Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Saṅgham saranam gacchāmi. Rāgakhayo nibbānaṃ, dosakhayo nibbānaṃ, mohakhayo nibbānaṃ, kammakhayo nibbānaṃ. Cessation of lust, cessation of hatred, cessation of delusion, and the cessation of karma itself is Nibbana. Friends, today for this Dhamma talk, our topic is how karma leads us to samsara but not to Nibbana. How karma leads us to samsara but not to Nibbana. That is the topic. Now let's come to the topic. How karma leads us to samsara but not to Nibbana. People are doing more and more karma. Good karma, bad karma, many different karma. Karma leads us to samsara, not to Nibbana. Last day we talked about the Buddha's analysis of karma, where we discussed the karma, the origin of karma, the diversity of karma, the results of karma, the cessation of karma, and the path leading to the cessation of karma. We talked about this. We understood, we discussed, studied these things last day. And we discussed and understood that things happen, everything is not happening because of karma. I pointed you out that things happen because of seasonal reasons. Season. Then because of germinal reasons. Because of mental reasons, because of natural reasons. Things happen because of these things. And 5. Yeah. Because of seasonal reason. Because of germinal reason. Germ. Because of mental reasons. Then because of natural reason. Then because of karma. So karma is only one of the 5. Things happen because of these things. And also we understood that there are 4 types of karma. Black karma, white karma, black and white karma, and neither black nor white karma. According to the Chetana Sutta, Chetana means intention, karma. There are 3 different discourses on the same name in the connected discourses of the Buddha. Chetana. The Buddha said, I want to use Pali also, but you don't want to worry about Pali. You can simply translate in English. I want to use Pali. Otherwise, it is necessary to use Pali terms because that is how we concrete this Dhamma using the real words of the Buddha. Buddha said, Yancha bhikkhave cheteti pakappeti anuseti arammana metang vijnanassa titya. Monks, what one intends, what one intend, cheteti, pakappeti, pondering, what one intends and ponders, thinking, pakappeti. Anuseti means leave behind, leave underneath. Anuseti, leave underneath. Underneath of what? Underneath of the mind. At the bottom of the mind. Leaves, one leaves something underneath of the mind as underlying tendency. That is what is called underlying tendency. Here the Buddha says, what one leaves underneath of the mind becomes the object for consciousness. Object for consciousness. It is the object. Now, there is consciousness. When we leave behind a cause, that is the cause, it is the object for our consciousness. Then the consciousness grows. As the result, punabbhava abhinibbatti, as the result, we are born again and again in samsara. Because we leave behind. We leave behind what? We leave behind a cause. Then there are results. Cause and effect.
What do you mean object for consciousness?
Object is that we have objects like different objects. We have the objects outside to see. Right? We have objects outside to listen. Just like that, the mind has the object. The object is that what we leave behind. That is what is called the cause. It's the cause.
The consciousness due that object to grow, right?
Due to that, consciousness grows.
Due to that.
Yeah. Anusaya. If we cannot remove that cause, what we left behind, if we cannot remove that, then again and again we will have to be born in samsara. In the Dhammapada, the Buddha gave a simile. Buddha said, though you cut down the tree with the trunk of the tree, though you cut down the trunk of the tree, if the roots are unhurt, uprooted, then again and again sprouts come out. Sprouts grow again and again. Just like that, if the cause is not removed, again and again we are born in samsara. Things happen again and again. One day the Buddha went to a certain house for his alms collecting. The man offered him the food and filled his bowl. And he said, as the Buddha went there 3 times continuously 3 days, went to the same house. Then after offering, the 3rd day, after offering dana, he said, this greedy monk come again and again. This greedy monk comes again and again, he said. Then the Buddha gave a list of things happen again and again. Not only this. Buddha said it rains again and again. It rains again and again. The farmers sow seed. They plow again and again and sow seed again and again. And the beggars, they beg again and again. And we are born again and again. The dead body is taken to the charnel ground again and again. Like that, Buddha gave a list and finally said, the one who understood the Dhamma, who followed the Dhamma, who followed the path, will never come again and again, never be born again and again. So we are born again and again in samsara. What is called samsara? What is samsara? Samsara means we are wandering. Wandering where? There are 3 fields to wander. 3 fields. Hells, heavens. Of course, 4, we can say 4. Because human realms. Human realm is also considered as a heaven. Therefore, it can also be included to the heavens. Say 3. Then hells, heavens, 7 heavens then. 7 heavens and 20 Brahma worlds. Those are the 3 fields where we are born again and again. In other words, 31 realms. You can see the chart. There is a chart here. Later you can see the chart. 31 realms. That is what is called samsara. We are wandering in these realms. We are born again and again, again and again. Being born, we are being different animals, different beings, like hungry ghosts, animals, devas, brahmas, humans. We are born again and again. That is what is called samsaric journey. These are not the realms of the Buddha. These are the realms of Mara. So how this samsara is formed? Samsara is formed together with mentality, materiality and consciousness. In other words, nama rupa and vijnana in Pali. Nama rupa and vijnana. That is a cycle. Nama rupa depend on consciousness. Consciousness depends on nama rupa. One half of the cycle is formed with nama. The other half of one half of the cycle is formed with nama rupa, both nama and rupa. What are you call nama? Nama means feeling, perception, volitional formation, contact and attention. These 5 are called nama, mentality. Then physicality means 4 great elements: earth, water, fire, air. All their derivatives. That's what is called nama rupa, mentality and physicality. Then the upper half of the cycle is formed with consciousness, which is vijnana in Pali. In order to stop this samsaric journey, we have to cut off this cycle. As long as they are interdependently existing, they are existing. We have to keep this apart. That is the task of the meditator, practitioner. But this is impossible by practicing jhana. Practicing jhana, it is impossible. Even though you practice all the 8 jhanas, there are 8 jhanas. Even though you develop all these 8, like in the time of the Buddha, there were many of them, like the Alarakalama, Uddaka Ramaputta, then the ascetic who came to see that little boy, Prince Siddhartha, when he was in his father's hand, he came to see this little one, Asita Kala Devala, Asita Kala Devala. They all develop all these 8 jhanas, all absorptions, but no way to cut off samsara, no way to cut off this cycle and attain enlightenment. Enlightenment is impossible by mere practicing jhana. Job is to be done here by ourselves. That's the way. That is the way taught by the Buddha. I said job is to be done here, in this world. We cannot practice meditation, develop mind in the hell. Those who were born in the hells to reap the results, bad results of what they did while they were here. They are there to reap the results, bad results in the hells. No meditation there. Nobody can practice. Nobody can develop mind. They are burning. They are in hunger. They are flaming. So they can't practice. In the heavens, they cannot practice meditation. No time to practice. They are there to enjoy the sensual pleasures. They were born there to enjoy life. They have a happy life. They don't want to meditate over there. Just like you go to a super hotel or super place, 5-star or 10-star hotel, whatever the hotels. You go there not to meditate. You go there to such places to enjoy life, where you don't want to develop your mind. Like that, in heavens, there are heavens. They don't want to practice meditation. And further, those who develop their jhana, they are born in 20 heavens, 20 material and immaterial world, which are called Brahma world. They also enjoy their bliss, jhanic bliss. They cannot practice insight, no vipassana. Here in this very world, Buddha very clearly said, when we are born here as a human, you have to be born here in this world. And then there is another thing to understand, that is the Dhamma. 2 factors are to be fulfilled. What are the 2 factors? You have to be born as a human. Then the second one, you have to understand the real Dhamma of the Buddha. What the Buddha really taught. Not the counterfeit Dhamma. Not the counterfeit Dhamma. So all these beings are born in those realms because of their karma. So karma leads, that is why I said karma leads us to samsara. Whatever karma, good karma, whatever called bad karma, good karma, what you call merit, or jhana karma. Those are the karma. Bad karma, good karma, and jhana karma. All karma leads us to samsara, not to nibbana. So these karma are what we call the black karma, white karma, and black and white karma. Last day we talked about this. Black karma, white karma, and black and white karma. Black and white means both karma. Doing good deeds and bad deeds, you get the results. Good results, bad results. Like humans, we enjoy. Sometimes we have good opportunities, sometimes bad opportunities. It's because of both karma done. So black karma, white karma, black and white karma. Through all this, we have to be born again and again in samsara. All these karma lead us to samsara. There is another one which is called neither black nor white. That is what is called nibbana. The karma leads to nibbana. That is also, we can call that is also a karma. But it is neither to grasp, not to repulse, but to understand as it is. How to practice then? To practice this, one has to understand this composure of the person. One has to understand who am I, what we are doing, who this man is or woman is. We have to understand the what you call birth. Birth means birth of a human. Birth of a human means manifestation of 5 aggregates and the gaining of 6 senses. That is to be understood. We have gained 6 sense bases. In these 6 sense bases, 5 aggregates are arising all the time. 5 aggregates means form, feeling, perception, volitional formation, and consciousness. These are arising all the time in the 6 sense bases, not a particular order. Though it is not a particular order. Wherever things arises, they arise. When we are exposed to the world, from the world we get the object, the image of the object. Say, for instance, when we see the object through the eye, we get the image of that external object. That image reflected in the most sensitive part of the eye. That is called the object, that is called form. That is called form aggregate. Form aggregate. That is the form of form. Then we have form of sound. Then we have form of smell, form of taste, form of tangible object, then form of mental object. In such a way, there are 6 form aggregates in 6 sense bases. When we have form aggregates, we have feeling, because meeting of the 3 the eye, form, and consciousness, these 3 come together, that is called contact. It is because of that contact feeling takes place, feeling arises. As the result of feeling, then we can recognize it. That is called perception. Feeling is called feeling aggregate. Then we perceive it That is what is called perception aggregate. Mere having these aggregates is not a problem. The problem is when we have these aggregates, whether it is feeling, whether it's form, feeling, perception, all these, we cling to this, we grasp this, and then we leave behind. We leave behind it. That is what is called the cause. We leave behind a cause in the volitional formation aggregate. Volitional formation aggregate, sankhara. So that is what is called karma. It is because of our grasping, it is because of our tanha, trishna, craving, we grasp this, we cling to these things. If we can cut off that craving, we do not leave behind a cause. If we leave behind a cause, then we have to reap the results in samsara. If we can be mindful at the time of contact, we can cut off this. Then we do not grasp. If we do not grasp, we are free from craving. We grasp because of craving, tanha. It is because of craving, the Buddha said, attachment arises. It is because of attachment we are born, there is existence. Tanha pacca upadanang, upadana pacca bhavo. Bhava. We go to the samsara, bhava. We become. Then the whole mass of suffering comes to be. If we can be mindful at the time of seeing the object, we do not cling to things. If we can be mindful at the time of hearing, smelling, tasting, tangible object, and thinking mental objects, if we can be mindful of these 6 senses, then we can cut off craving. We can cease craving. The Buddha said, cessation of craving, lust itself is nibbana. Cessation of hatred itself is nibbana. Cessation of delusion itself is nibbana. Cessation of karma itself is nibbana. That is the attainment of enlightenment, full bliss of nibbana. So all karma lead us to samsara. Only the cessation of karma leads us to nibbana. Cessation of karma leads us to nibbana. So friends, let's understand this wonderful teachings of the Buddha, and let's practice today, as it is our mindfulness day. Let's practice further, practice more and more until this evening. Now, as you all listen to this Dhamma talk, you all acquire a great deal of merit. It's a great merit listening to the Dhamma, and giving Dhamma talk is a meritorious deed. So we both together did a wonderful meritorious deed. By doing this, we acquire a great deal of merit. Let's share this merit with our dearly departed relatives, with devas, with all beings. May we all attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.